Real Country 1430 AM and 107.3 FM WRDN. This is the WRDN Morning Farm Report. And joining us this morning, Mary Bauer from OSHA. And we're going to be talking about the Stand Up for Grain Bin Safety that is coming up next week. And Mary, thank you for joining us. And thank you to our newsmaker sponsors, including Wisconsin Farmers Union, A&J Agronomy, Synergy Co-op, Osteoplastics, Annabis Silo, the Animal Wellness Center of Buffalo Valley, and Compeer Financial. So Mary, tell us a little bit about normally this is a stand down, but we're doing a stand up on grain bin safety. Tell us about what's going to be happening.
So next week, the Feed and Grain Association, in conjunction with OSHA and other organizations, are trying to build awareness for the hazards within a grain bin. So we've had a lot of engulfments and entrapments. Those are the two big concerns with grain bin entry, and this time of year, getting inside grain bins, cleaning them out, getting ready for the new harvest. We run into a number of accidents and fatalities that we hopefully can prevent by bringing awareness next week.
And so what will be some of the things to help bring that awareness out? What will OSHA and Feed Grains folks be doing?
So we do have a website, Stand Up for the letter 4 Grain Safety, and you can register for various webinars. So between 10 o'clock and noon, there's going to be 2 hours each day, Monday through Friday, with grain awareness items. So the first one's going to be a kickoff event on Monday. Second one is how to do near miss reporting. Third one is impact of grain quality on safety. April 1st, Thursday, is grain bin safety, and then emergency action plans for Friday. And these are very good presentations put together by the national groups that cover pretty much all of the aspects that should be implemented on every farm and every grain facility.
Talking with Mary Bauer with OSHA this morning, talking about the Stand Up for Grain Bin Safety will be next week, starting on Monday, March 29th. So, Mary, with the webinars, will they be available at the Stand Up for Grain Safety website, or where will they be located at?
So go to that, you can just Google Grain Safety Week, and you're going to get a number of hits, and you can register. They're free webinars, and hopefully they'll be available after the webinars are done so that you can use them for employee toolbox talks, or they're 2-hour sessions, so a little bit more than a toolbox talks. But anybody in charge of the safety at your operation should be very versed in these various topics, and try to use them to bolster your safety program.
Now, with obviously these are webinars for farmers, but I would think that even emergency personnel who may respond to something, there could be some benefits for them to at least, here's what could happen. Because I think a lot of first responders or fire departments, they may not either A, have the equipment, or B, have the experience of what should happen, because they haven't trained for something like that.
Yeah, a lot of departments have increased their capabilities in grain bin rescue, and have some of that equipment, or through mutual aid response have access. I know there's a number of training sessions that have been done throughout the state at various times. Maybe COVID has kind of put some of that training on hold, but yes, it's important that first responders know how to access bins. If they have to cut into bins, that they're not going to collapse the bin any farther, and how to unload the bin if they need to get to an individual that's trapped. Our goal this next week is just not to put people in that position in the first place.
And that's, there's so many hazards. And again, part of it is this corn might have been put into the bin a little bit higher moisture. There might be some issues there, and we're trying to free that up, and that's when things can happen.
Yeah, and I've seen such nasty pictures of bridging or stuff stuck to the side of the wall, and we use the word magnitude for lockout tagout, and some of the stuff people misunderestimate the power of the grain, the how much weight is really there, and the ability to be trapped when you only are up to your ankles or your calf and you're trapped. People don't understand that that's it holds you there. And so they need to recognize that no matter how much is in the bin, if they're in there, that they need to be following safety precautions and not be moving the grain while they're trying to deal with some of these adverse conditions inside the bin.
Again, it's the Stand Up for Grain Bin Safety. It'll be all of next week, starting on March 29th. And again, Mary, that website address again?
It's stand up, the letter 4, grainsafety.org.
Standupforgrainsafety.org. You can check that out on the website as well, and get some tips and watch those webinars too. Because, yep, we don't want to have any more engulfments here in Western Wisconsin. You're listening to the WRDN Morning Farm Report.